It's a cool jacket. I like it.
Very cool jacket.
Yeah. All right, sir, you're up again.
All right, me up. I'm also going to switch it up again a little bit. I don't know how many we've done, but whatever. This
Three.
one, this is three?
This will be number 4.
Oh, four. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
4.
this one is a really oddball one. So Liz used to work at Barnes& and Noble in Burlington,
Oh.
and someone who used to frequent that store, there were a few celebrities who used to frequent that store, but one of them was a guy who also lived in Burlington, comedian by the name of Stephen Wright, and this was right around Christmas time, and Liz and I had met. I don't know. I don't remember the timeline on this or whatever. But long story short, it was around Christmas time. Stephen Wright comes into the store. Liz recognized him, ran and went and bought a Christmas card, right, and had him sign a Christmas card. So it says "Merry Christmas" from Stephen Wright. So basically, Stephen Wright wished me a Merry Christmas that year. How cool is that, man?
Very fucking nice, man. I like that.
And every time I see that, I read it in like, Bruce, Merry Christmas.
Is it merry if you're in Derry too? I don't know. I'm just asking from Stephen King's point of view. So, switch it back up.
Listening to K. Billy's super sounds of.
See, you got impressions on deck, sir.
Yeah, well, I mean, to do Stephen Wright's not that difficult. You just have to talk low and quiet and slow.
And sound disinterested in everything that you talk about.
That's right. All right, sir, you're up. What you got?
All right, so next one I'm going with the World of Music here again. Nice. There's a good story behind this one, but this CD I got Black Sabbath, the Dio years,
nice.
And autographed by the entire band, Dio included.
Nice.
And the story was this was around the time my college girlfriend and I had broken up and whatnot. It's kind of in between jobs or whatever the fuck have you. And it was Ben, my brother, pronouns pal. He brought me to the Mohegan Sun, kind of cheer me up and whatnot. And like I'm walking through the where they have the stores area, and I'm seeing there was a record store there called Spin Street. They would sell like DVDs, all that shit. They had a big sign that says, "Hey, when you purchase a copy of this album, you get a pass to get in line and get it autographed." I was like, "What?" Like I had to go back for the autograph, but I was like, "Fucking hey!" So I go in there, I buy a copy, and like you were only allowed to buy one copy. That was it. So,
man.
So another buddy of mine was with me at the time. I'm like, "Dude, here's money. Go and buy a copy." And like I'll have like I'll just have Ben come with me.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was right around the time. It was like around that time. Joe was still in college, like our buddy Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm calling him up. I'm like, "Dude, you gotta come with me. You gotta come with me. Come on, dude." And he's like,
"Come meet Dio."
No, I didn't want to tell him that because I wanted to surprise the motherfucker.
Oh.
And just be like, "Dude, there's your fucking metal hero right now. Like, take your moment, talk to him." But he's like, "No, man." He's like, I got some tests coming up, and I kind of want to, focus on school and whatnot. I was like, "You really should come with me, man." But all right, I get it. There's no convincing you. Okay, fine. So fast forward to the actual event. We're getting in line and whatnot. It's me and Ben. And I was like, "Dude, when you get up to Dio, like, see if you can get it personalized for Joe." Because, like, he was doing me a solid by doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Dude,
You're like, Ben, be Joe." What's your name? Joe.
Very good. So we go in line. We, thanking them all for, like, great music and whatnot. I'm like, "That's fucking awesome, blah, blah, blah." Get to Dio, shake his hand a little bit. It was like, "Hey, man, this is fucking awesome. Thank you so much." Get out of line, I'm just like, "Holy fuck, like, that was great." Like, that feeling like you got off a roller coaster and you're like, "That was fucking awesome." I'm just looking at the line, I'm like, I want to do it again. So I get out of line, I look at Ben, I'm like, "Hey, man, how, did he personalize it?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, he did." He opens it up, it says, "To Joe, rock on, Ronnie James Gio." I was like, holy fuck.
Nice.
So I ended up, so I got invited to Joe's graduation party from college. And so I gave him that, and I think I gave him, like, a gift card for, like, Best Buy or something like that. But I was like, "Dude, open this. And he goes, what the? Oh, the deal years. This is awesome. He opens it up. He's like, what the fuck? I was like, dude, you remember when I called you, told you, like, hey, you got to come with me to Mohegan Sun? He's like, yeah. I was like, that's what I was trying to get you to go to. I wanted to surprise you with that. He goes,
and hey, you really should come.
He's like, dude, what the fuck? He's like,
he's
like, if you had told me, I gladly would have missed a test for that. I was like, man, I wanted to surprise you, but well, got a good story out of it, man.
Oh man, that's actually a good segue because you were sort of responsible. You tried to set up an opportunity for Joe to meet his metal hero, as you put it.
Yeah.
And you, sir, are God amongst men when it comes to things like that because you, as I understand, orchestrated me meeting my wrestling hero, which honestly, this is probably the best story and probably the best autograph that I have in my collection, honestly, is meeting Bret Hart. Because I had no fucking idea. I was completely blindsided. I've even got pictures here that I usually put in that frame when I've got it hanging up. But of us, hopefully Liz doesn't mind me showing this. Hopefully you don't mind me showing this. I didn't ask, but whatever.
Whatever, man. It's fucking cool with me.
There we go. So there's that. But yeah, man, you guys totally blindsided me. It all started with a text message where you were like, "Hey, man, do you mind coming down and helping? Like my mom and I, we got to clean out the house and shit like that, and got a bunch of work we got to do." And I'm like, "Yeah, man, totally." Like you're like, "Yeah, just come down some weekend, we'll feed you lunch or whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, totally, whatever you need." So we pick a date or whatever, and I come down. It's like, "All right, let's go." And you're like, well, first we got to go over here. And like we get in this big fucking line, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You're like, oh yeah, it's like Rhode Island Comic-Con's happening today, but we're not going there. But eventually we end up getting in line. It's like, okay, by the way, yeah, we're going to Rhode Island Comic-Con. But you still wouldn't tell me why. And it's like, okay, well, why the fuck would I be going to Rhode Island Comic-Con? Like, who could possibly be here that I would give a shit about? And then, we meander through all the different booths and shit. And I'm looking around, like, trying to see, like, okay, Doug Walker's going to be here. That's cool, but, not like super cool. Like, it's whatever. I'm looking around, okay, so-and-so and so-and-so. And then all of a sudden, like, we round a certain aisle, and I lay eyes on Bret Hart, and I think I just shit myself instantly. Like, I'm pretty sure I just shit myself instantly. And I was like, oh, fuck. And so, yeah, you guys, like, brought me over. It was like, there you go. And it was amazing talking to him about, like, the picture that I took of him, which, by the way, I got to find. Like, it's somewhere around the house, but the picture I took of him at the house show that he signed was hanging up in the bedroom, and for some reason it's now missing. I don't know if it fell off the wall or what happened, but I got to find it. But man, that was cool having that little moment to talk to him about that and getting everything signed and shit. Fucking crazy. That was a crazy day. I'll definitely never forget that.
Yeah, I remember. Like, we surprised you with, like, we brought that fucking picture with us to have him sign it. Yeah. You were just like, what?
Yeah, Liz had to sneak it or whatever. Like, you and Liz were totally in cahoots on the whole fucking thing.
Oh, dude, we planned that out like maybe a month and a half in advance. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a fucking assassination you guys were planning or some shit. It was like that level of like, okay, and then at 3:00, I'll... The Raven flies at midnight. Kudos to you both, and thank you, honestly. That was so fucking cool of you both to do that.
Yeah, because like that was one of those things. Like, I asked Liz, I was like, you think he would want to do this? She's like, fuck yeah. I'm like, all right, well, I'll get the tickets then.
Yeah.
So yeah,
crazy, man.
Yeah, that was cool, man. Just seeing your face like light up like this fucking kid on Christmas, it was like, holy shit, like
yeah.
Like, wrestling was one of the first things that we kind of bonded over, like, as friends in college.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was just like a mutual love of, like, Bret Hart, like Mick Foley, all that shit. So, it was cool to, like, kind of get you to meet your hero, and, like, not only like get you to meet your hero, but have a good experience from it.
Yeah, definitely. It was fucking crazy because I never got to meet him. That was the one time. It's probably going to be the only time I get to meet him in person.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's cool.
If there's another opportunity in the future, fuck it, man. Let's go for it.
I would love to.
Yeah.
I would love to.
So fucking A.
I do have another story that I'll come back to about another wrestler, because I have two lost, quote unquote, autographs that I would like to talk about, and they're both wrestlers, by the way, strangely enough.
Really?
Yeah, but we'll come back to that.
All right.
Unless you want me to talk about it now, since I already talked.
Well, I mean, we're on the subject. You might as well.
All right. So 2 stories. One of them was when I was a kid, I used to like get into accidents a lot. Really no different now, but I broke my arm. And one of the times that I broke my arm, I had this big honking fucking cast, and I eventually got it off. But we kept the cast for whatever stupid reason. I don't remember. Fast forward to Macho Man is coming around to a local mall. So Macho Man Randy Savage is going to do appearances at a local mall and do signings. And we totally, man, like I kind of feel guilty about this now, but we dug out the cast and sort of made like my arm was still broken. Like I put my arm in it and shit.
Oh, God.
And so like because of the sympathy, they put me to the front of the line and I got it signed by Macho Man. But I guess my karma is that it's a cast and that thing started to stink like the Dickens. So as much as I wanted to keep Macho Man's autograph in my life, that thing had to go, man.
Ooh,
That's what you get.
Smelling like the high heavens above.
Exactly. The cream of the crop, I rise to the top just like a stinky cast. Gotta throw it away. Can't keep it forever. Stinks like shit.
This stinks like Hulk Hogan.
This stinks like a Hulk Hogan sex tape.
Hey, Bruce, who signed your cast here? Check out the name. First name Macho, last name Man.
Check out the cast.
Fucking love that.
And the other sort of lost autograph would be I was supposed to go see Jeff and Matt Hardy at Spooky World, which is a local like horror theme park thing.
Wait, is that the horror thing that we went to like last year?
No, that was a different thing.
Okay, yeah.
We went to Witches Woods.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But Spooky World is like a better, like less kid version of that. But anyway, like this was like I want to say like 90, somewhere in the late 90s, and I was supposed to go see Jeff and Matt Hardy at Spooky World, where the first 1,000 people through would get these tickets to go see them, and you would get a picture and an autograph and shit like that. First problem, Jeff wasn't going to be there because of reasons, probably drugs. Let's be honest.
Probably, but
let's not assume. But let's
regardless,
at that time. But either way, Jeff wasn't going to be there. But you know who they replaced him with? Lita. And I was like, all right, fucking A. If you're going to replace Jeff with anybody, at least it's Lita. Plus, Matt and Lita were together, so it kind of made sense they're going to be together anyway.
Yeah.
So, problem is that my buddy Alex, who I was going with at the time, and we were not part of the first 1,000 people through. So we did not get orange tickets. So we just sort of stood, like, moping, like, looking up. Like, they have everything at Spooky World was in sort of like a, like a trailer, like an RV kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they would like cut not everything, but like the booths where like you would go buy food or like souvenirs or whatever. There would be like trailers where they would like cut out the side or like the games or whatever would be in these cut out trailers.
Yeah.
And so they had the autograph thing up there where they had like this big table that they would sit at and the line would go up and over it and down or whatever.
Yeah.
So we were just sort of standing there like moping like fuck, we don't get to go out there. At least we get to see him from back here, but whatever. So we're standing near the exit. And this woman comes down, like these people are like bringing a wheelchair down, and then a woman comes down holding her son or her daughter, I don't remember, and then puts them in the wheelchair, and then walks up to Alex holding an orange ticket and hands it to him and goes, "Here you go." And Alex is like, "What the fuck?" And she goes, "They didn't take it because he's disabled or she's disabled." And he was like, "Holy shit!" So he grabs the ticket and he looks back at me real quick, and I'm like, "Dude, fucking go." Like, don't wait for me, man. Go. So he runs to the line, and he gets in line, and then I'm standing there by myself moping like, man, fuck. Like, no, I still don't get to go.
Like, why did he get the ticket? Motherfucker.
Yeah, like, god damn it, what the fuck? And I'm looking down at the ground, literally, and there's a ticket at my feet.
Oh.
So I pick it up, and I run, and I run and catch up with Alex. I'm like, Alex. He's like, what? I'm like, take it. And he's like, holy shit. And he calls me up to meet with him and shit. And like we got to go through, got our autographs with Lita and Matt and shit. And I don't know whatever happened to that autograph, but man, I'll never forget that either. Like, because how crazy lucky is that for both of us to get tickets?
Yeah, man. That is that is like stupid luck.
Yeah, like I don't believe in miracles, man, but that's the closest thing I've ever seen to it. Pretty minor miracle, but goddamn, that was crazy.
Yeah, I'd count that as one. But wait, who's up now? I think it's
you.
Yeah,
because I told my Brett story and then I told my Hardy Bulls.
That you did. So going to the world of music again. This autograph picture of Motorhead. Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Nice.
So, the reason I got that was...
Is it the whole band?
Oh, yeah, it was the whole band.